Hey everybody, I'm just going to do a quick review today of the Tactile Turn Side Click, and I'm going to compare that to my two bolt pens in bronze, the full size, and then the mini in titanium. But quickly about this side click, the action's very smooth. You can hear it there. The button doesn't have a lot of, you don't have to push it very much to get it to release that. I mean, we're talking a couple thousandths. You press that and then it releases it. It's a little bit gritty right now, the button. I think it's definitely going to smooth out though, because my bolt pens were a little bit gritty also at the beginning, and then as I used them and worked them, they smoothed out so that they were really nice and smooth and crisp. So my biggest problem with this pen and with any of these pens is that they come with G2 refills. And G2 refills are terrible. They're god-awful. I don't know why anybody puts them in a pen. I've been carrying this for about 4 days, and this one is already doing this to me, where you can see that it's there's ink all over it, and whenever you go to write with it, there's like a big smudge at the beginning, and then it kind of thins out as it goes, and it does that every time I write with it. And like I said, there's just ink everywhere. It's already pouring out. This happens to me with every G2 refill pen that I use. I don't really know why anybody uses G2s in anything. So I'm going to be switching this out for either an Energel or on it. There's like 100 refills you could put in this, but I'm using Energels right now and Sharpie's new pens, their new gel pens also. And they all fit in these just by cutting them down a little bit. And I do have a video about how to cut them down if you're interested. But the machining quality, which is standard with all of these tactile turn pens, the machining quality is excellent. So these I kind of like these screws. They're just perfect for this. They set in just below flush. The clip is nice and tight. It's definitely tighter than the other ones that I have. Like this one, you can see actually there's a little bit of a gap there, and that's just from using it. Like it bends up slowly, and over time I've actually had to take this cap off probably 4 or 5 times and bend this clip back, and I definitely don't see that being an issue here. The only problem I have had is when you're putting this in your pocket. It's really tight, and it's hard to get it down in your pocket, and then when you pull it out, it is tight. It grabs your pocket pretty hard. I guess that's a good problem to have though, that it won't fall out or won't bend like these ones do. The only issue I have with this style clip, and I kind of worry about it, I'm a mechanic and I use these every day to write state inspection stickers and ROs and write notes for myself. And I'm worried that if I snag this on like a seat belt, because I keep it in my pocket, if I have a seat belt on and the seat belt goes under it and then pulls it back, it might, instead of like this, it bends it. I'm worried that it might just break this off. So we'll have to see. If it does break, I'll make a video about it, and then I'll see if I can take these out and bend it back or heat it, or just put a new one on, depending on how it breaks or bends. But that's the only issue I have. All my other things I carry in my pocket, like my Spyderco Paramilitary 2, this clip is kind of similar to this one in that there's some give in this spring steel they use, and so you take these screws out and bend it back, and it's the same on this. You just take this cap off and bend it back. My mini bolt I don't carry very often. My wife uses it more in her purse, and we have yet to bend this back yet. We haven't needed to. But for EDCing a pen, I can definitely see this being either a good thing or it's not going to last that long and it's going to break. But otherwise, I'm very impressed with everything about this pen. The clicker tops that he obviously tumbled, it has a great finish on it, and it's very smooth and uniform. The finishing at the top here is excellent. There's no rough edges, there's no sharp points, and then it's just like all these other pens. When you have the tip screwed on, where you unscrew this to get your refills, you almost can't even tell that the pen comes apart. That's how well it's machined together. So really an excellent pen, an excellent writing utensil, and like I said, hopefully this smooths out this side click action a little bit, and I definitely think that it will. I think that it just has a little bit of a micro finish on it that will wear down as I use it. And then the only other worry, I guess, is the refill and the clip, but I can do a long-term review and let everybody know. Other than that, the only thing I've noticed with these two titanium pens that I have is that the O-ring in here, they have to seal that and keep it tight. It's really, really tight to get that out, almost to the point where it starts like tearing the O-ring. And so it just does that on the titanium ones. This bronze one, I've never had that problem with. It's perfectly fine. It's buttery smooth. It has been from day one. And I take this off all the time because I change refills quite a bit. I burn through a lot of refills. On my mini, there's just a slight right here. It catches, and it's really, really hard to unscrew it then. And then it actually did tear the O-ring there. I don't know if you can see it. Let me change the lens there. There's actually some tears in the O-ring. And I've tried oiling that. I've tried a lot of different things. So I actually contacted them also, and they did respond to me and say I can send it back. I just haven't really haven't had the time or anything to send it back, and I kind of want to see what happens if it smooths out with use. But anyways, so that is the side click, and I'm just gonna zoom in here a little bit so you can see the machining work. This is obviously tumbled also, probably with this, and then this little click button here, the side click button, is also. You can see here how little you have to press that. But really beautiful machining work on this. And then I'm actually just going to unscrew this again to show you why these G2s are so awful. I mean, like I said, this has been in my pocket for a couple days and it's already doing this. If I pull it out here, try not to get ink on myself, you can see it's pretty much full. And it is already leaking everywhere. And if I wore white shirts or nice work pants, then that would be a bummer to get some clothing ruined. And so this refill is going in the trash and will be replaced with a good refill. I kind of wish they would just send these with good refills, but I don't know, they must get them cheap or something. So that's my side click review. If you have any questions, post them in the comments and I will get back to you. Thanks.